Just say something.
Say something.
Meniscus.
Breakfast.
Is this our first pod together, Dope? No.
I'm recording on GarageBand.
Good man.
Live on YouTube.
Watch out the notification. Watch live now. 100K. Let's go.
Do you want me to watch it so we can get some views?
You still need it, Das?
Welcome. Just setting it up, and then we're getting into the show. Thank you for viewing. How many viewers we got, Lou? 3.
How do you see that?
You send it on Messenger?
Just one. Just you still.
Just me. Might see if I can get some comments here. Real Batman. Yeah.
Where is the link button?
Bit of traction on the YouTube. Fair few comments.
He's not impressed.
I'll pop it up once I get it. It's so funny. They come in and I can pop them up on the screen. Chat, there you go. Oh, looks good. Das is announced.
Come on.
This is almost loaded.
On you, Isaac.
So due this week.
Absolutely, we are.
Did someone say?
I did. I just did.
There you go.
No, well done, Isaac. Stay tuned, mate. This is the one.
Couple of morals this week, Isaac.
Tell your friends. Please. Hey, we got 4.
Thank you for tuning in. We're excited. Das just sorting out the last couple of things before we go live. This is the usual crap we do before we go live. Here we go.
Yes. What a behind the scenes look. Boys will be up and about saying this.
Who?
The boys
The
and the girls.
You get Mullen live one day. Sorry.
Yeah, I actually do. Get him face some in if he can. Michael Fox, can't wait for a big win this weekend. Amen to that, brother.
I've got a Foxy, I've got a multi at the end of the show that's going to blow your mind, brother.
Schmoxy.
Quit your job.
100 mil tonight.
We're cashing.
100K might be the 100 mil pod by tomorrow. Be nice.
Be nice. Darcy's a mouse. It's a good start.
What about the one before that?
Michael Fox. Can't wait for a big win this weekend. Well done. I'm sure I just heard you guys already read that.
Story looks good, apparently.
Who said that?
You.
No,
Steve.
someone. Jake sent power.
Yeah, good to go?
Unzip for Crips.
Welcome back to the 100K Pod, Season 4, Episode 21. It is good to have Story back. It's good to be back in the building. Jev, it is good to be back. Morgs, let's get that TV on play. Jevy, how are you, my good man?
Job, I am good, my brother. Why did the sperm cross the road?
What was that?
Because I put the wrong sock on this morning, boys. Hey, Story, it's good to have you back, mate. How are you, sir?
Yeah, feeling really excited. I tell you what, I was hanging on by the edge of my seat last week. You boys did such a great effort. It's going to be hard to feel the Sharks' big fins, I guess.
Big
But
fins.
I'm excited to do so.
This is our first one this year together, Story.
It is, mate. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Hey, good to go to
Pleasure.
war with you.
It was actually really good to listen while I was away. I did mention this the other week, just to be an observer from afar. And geez, it rolled off the tongue nicely. But boys, did we have an absolute week? Actually, the last couple of weeks. Why can we close? Just back good players.
Hundy.
The form's there.
Yep.
We just need a little bit of luck on our side. Jev, let's start off good legs, stiff legs, because they're no really bad legs. I've actually got one bad leg. But Jev, good legs, stiff legs.
Yeah, so
You got a lot of them,
I had
a lot of
3
good ones.
them. So Will Day, 25. He only had 22. What did he kick, 2 or 3? He was actually unbelievable. Just couldn't get to 25.
Two snags.
Max gone for a goal. He had a set shot with 90 seconds to go from basically the goal square.
Yeah.
It was a bloody good chance. So that was stiff. And then Dan Rioli for 20. He only had 16. The Tigers had a bit of a shocker. So that was stiff. The Sharks, stiff legs.
Stiff legs for the Shark, absolutely zero. He's gone 100% hit rate, which I think, geez, I tell you what, you just back him in now for the Brownlow with a 100% week. You know he's going to be providing
He's
good
been
value.
stiff on a couple of those Brownlows as well. Ollie Wines popped up, Cripps popped up, but all his other votes are pretty much right there. So I absolutely can't wait for this one. Boys, my stiff leg, you can almost say it's a bad leg. The form was there, but Nick Larkey for 5 goals last game of the round. Only kicked the 2, but if you actually did watch the game, the delivery coming into him, he was absolutely frustrated. They couldn't kick it to him. They are a shocking side, Jev. They are no good side. Nick Larkey for 5 goals at 340. But apart from that, let's read out the green ticks, boys, because there's plenty of them. Jev.
Hawkins 2, Cornelio 25, Anderson 25, Errol Goulden 25, Buddy Void last game. I'll cry about that later.
Damn it.
Tex for 2, he kicked 7. Jack Vining 25, LDU 25. So what do I have? 8 ticks.
It's brilliant. Jeez, it's just good legs, good players. Bond 25 here for Dickey. Dawson 25. Sicily 25. Baker anytime, which is a great leg.
Yeah,
I was really happy with that.
2 goals.
And Sheasel 30 as well. So the
That's
Sharks had a
another
really good week.
I had Dan Hughes for 20, Mitch Lewis for 2, Jev obviously missed a couple of early ones, but he really stormed back. Petrarca for 20, and then Jacob Van Ruin. Jev, he's a star. Kick 4, 225 for 2 is absolute cream. Now, I just wanted to go through before we got into the actual legs. Also, if you are listening on YouTube and you have clicked the link, like and subscribe. Do it now.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Do it.
great shout.
This would be huge. Now, Jev, I'm wearing this. I was cleaning up my room today. Do you remember what these are?
Power balance.
The power balance. Do you know anyone that used to? So I know he's not listening to this, but Jack Williams, Fian, if you're listening to this, he came to school with one of these on. Do you remember he was doing tests on everyone? No, look what you can get your arm to there. You put the power balance on, he'd rip your arm back. He'd force you to jump on one leg. Do you know a nuffy that used to wear one of these? And if he's got a good one, can you send it in? Because I actually want one because this one is blistered out. Do they actually work? Do you actually know anyone that wears one? Because I want one. I want a proper one back.
Was an absolute
They were.
They did.
But even like,
how much were they? Like $70?
yeah,
Legit
like,
ones?
I swear LeBron
Wow.
and stuff were wearing them.
Oh,
It was good enough for me.
God, it was good. By the way, before we get into it, we will be doing another one this week. So you guys are getting in early because we're actually going live. The Discord Punters Club, Jev. We had a fucking week last week and almost an even bigger week.
We nearly won a lot of people a lot of money. If you put $15 in, you left the weekend with $65 and you're about 2 legs off, probably 150 each.
Yeah, probably about that.
With Tim Torano 25, he had 24. That was another $500 between 20 people. And then
We needed Buddy for 1 goal. Obviously,
That
Void at the
voided,
start of the
yeah.
game. We
and
needed
Todd Marshall for 1 goal. We were just 3 legs off, people winning probably 150 each. So good fun. It's a good multi because we bet more. Yet we only have about 4 or 5 legs, 4 or 5 to 1, and then it's big collect, and we all feel like we win. So it's good fun. The Discord
It is fun. So if you guys do want to get involved in our link trace on Instagram to sign up to the Patreon Discord, it is only $2, and then you get access to all the chats, NRL. We got the footy one, we got the ponies one. Obviously, there's not too many ponies there.
Yeah.
Super coach. So there's all the chatting there, and then obviously we go through all the bets. It is a collective thing. It's not just us putting on. Everyone makes suggestions. It is a team environment, and we all ride at home because I think it's meant to be shit weather on the weekend. So unless if you're playing footy, guarantee you're going to be on the couch watching footy. So get involved.
Even if you're playing, I'd be still checking the Discord at halftime because there's nothing better than seeing a few green ticks come up with the boys in the 100K. You get so up and about, so definitely join in.
Now, boys, I know we say this every fucking week, but this week looks like we're on.
It has
This
to be
is the
though.
one.
It has to be.
This looks like we're on. So, boys, let's get into it. Essendon West Coast, Jeff.
I don't have a leg, and I can't believe I don't have a leg in this game, but it's because you and me agreed on the best leg of the weekend, Das, and you've got my leg, or you've got your leg. Story, you.
I believe I am also out for this game. I think I've taken the bye.
All right, boys, I got a bit of writing here. Wish I brought me glasses. But, boys, we like to start thin in the multi, but this is a thin leg to us. Peter Wright for 3 goals at $1.44 to kick us off. He's kicked 7 goals in the last 2 weeks. But more importantly, let's have a look at key forwards against West Coast in away matches. So this might take me a while. West Coast away from home. This is just some key forwards. So we got Larkey for 6. Hawkins and Cameron kicked 4 each. Finlayson 5. Mitch Lewis 6. Taylor Walker 10. Take your pick here, Jev. Heaney 5. Amadi 4. Joel and Logan McDonald 4. All in the one game. Gunston for 6. And also Kerno for 10.
And Kerno for 9. Oh, that was at home.
What do you think the big 2 meter Peter
I reckon-
arse-eating mojito is going to do to West Coast,
Where is
Jev?
it?
I reckon he's going to...
Marvel.
Oh, meter
145.
I reckon he's going to kick 8. So
Fine.
West Coast. So last week, Peter Wright played really well against Swans. He kicked 4. He got his hands to about 15. Like he nearly took the game over. That was at Marvel. West Coast played the 4:40 game Sunday. Now they're playing the 1:10 game at Marvel. That's 10:10 WA time. And you think they finally won a game, they would have gone out for a couple of beers. Now they're
Honey.
backing up Saturday.
They're going to get
He's going to kick 8. I reckon he'll have 4 by halftime. I can't believe we're only going to 3. I reckon he's kicking 5, 6, 7,
As
8.
I said, I think this is pretty much our lock of the week, boys. But $1.44 to get us started. We know his form. I did some stats last year. I can't find the video. But his stats at Marvel for any player, minimum
Hall
50
of
games. He's literally a Hall of Famer under the
Literally.
lid. They're going to dominate. They've also got Elijah Sardis coming in for his first game. Top 5 pick.
He'll
He's an
have
absolute
20.
ball magnet. 20 and a goal. Lock that in. But this is how we're going to kick us off, boys. Next
Huge.
game, this is a very interesting one, Jev. If you are betting at the line, you can't bet against this mob. But Adelaide versus the Suns, Jev.
Yeah, my man Noah Anderson, 25 touches at $1.42. This bloke is putting together a special season. He's had 25-15 of the last 16 games. He's had 25-9 games in a row. This week will make it 10, basically. With Toot back in the side, well, now Toot's
He's out.
suspended, but he runs a bit freer and hunts the ball a bit more, and he's just a gun. But $1.42 is criminal for Noah Anderson. He'll get 25, Stoy.
Yeah, he's really proved me wrong this season. He's a really good player. I too will be taking a bye. I think you boys know I'll be playing footy during this time, so you've left me for the late games, and boy, I'll be coming home like a wet sail, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm leading in with Jev. Obviously, as we said, we like to go a little bit thin to start off with, just like that leg. How consistent is he?
Yeah.
He's in our leadership group this year, Noah Anderson.
I reckon he's 100. He's 100% making the All-Australian squad of 40. And then I'd love if he got the sub spot on the bench or something. Like, just let's
He
snuck him
deserves
to the
it.
side.
We definitely don't talk
He's-
about him as much because he's away.
having such a good season. So, yeah, up Anderson.
Now, Stoy, I'm interested to hear about how you reckon the Pies are going to go in this one. Hawks and the Pies, Jev.
I'm taking Dan McStay for 2 goals at $2.12. I
That's
can't believe
ridiculous.
I'm getting $2.12. So, since coming back from injury, he's gone 2, 2, and 2 in his 3 games back. Really like the way they kick him the ball and he runs and jumps at the footy. He actually looks like a very good forward for Collingwood right now. And I was watching the game with the Shark, and the Shark called that Mason Cox had played his last game for Collingwood on Friday night against Carlton. I just saw the teams then. He has been omitted. That forward line is McStay and Myerchecks. He'll get probably 6, 7, 10 targets forward.
Least good looks.
He's kicking 2. This is the last week you get $2.12 for McStay at 2 goals. It'll be $1.50 next week.
I don't know if it was because I know Wiedering wasn't playing him last week, but how many free jumps did he get at the
Yes.
ball?
Oh.
Like I'm not sure if that's a blockout thing. I'm not sure, but
Well, he's probably-
he got some good looks.
Good
Good
looks
looks.
at the ball.
And I think he's fine. He'll be the one that gets the benefit of the elite medium. Brody Myercheck for those
And
playing
he's the key to their premiership right now. Dan McStay. He's the one that's going to have to explode.
We
from
watched
the
him in
front.
round 2 against Port. He didn't kick too many goals, but he was cracking in
Yeah.
so hard. So
Yeah,
I
he
want to
did.
definitely hold his spot.
Stoy.
Look, and you asked me how we think we'll go. It was a budgeted loss. Like, you look at the top 3 last week, it was pretty much just a bye. You can not come off beating Port by 2 points. It's about time the boys just took the foot off the gas for a bit. But I reckon, Hawthorn are limping to the finish line. I reckon this could get ugly. Now, I reckon because they also play the same style, this is going to be a goal fest. And if there's one man that loves a goal fest and loves a possession, it's Josh Dacos. And I've got him for 20 touches. He's been unbelievable. I think he's sewn up the wing spot with
All
Errol Gordon.
Australian.
Last 5 games, 27, 24, 31, 24, 27. He's for 20 touches, absolute lock.
That's a lock.
Like, beyond.
I've got this as a lock as well, boys. I think the Pies are really going to start turning it up. Jordan to go for 20 touches at $1.27, averaging 24 on the year. But his last 5 against the Hawks, he's gone over 20 every time. 21, 28, 21, and 32. So that's only the last 4 times. Now, Stoy, we saw the Pies were number 1 contested team on the ground between rounds 1 and 7. They are now 17th. Since then, the Pies are going to turn it up.
They've
have
gone a
to.
bit soft, haven't they?
No, I think they've just been winning.
It's fine.
Like, it's easy to do when you're winning just to kind of pull back a bit. But I reckon they've
It's almost-
probably gone through an extra conditioning load, Das. That's
Like that.
what my sources down
Just
at
trying
Thailand
to keep the body fresh while you're still winning.
I like that.
I think they've actually ramped up their training. So that's why they've been losing. It's my sources down at Pyland. So I think come last 2 rounds of the year, they'll be fresh. And watch out.
The head-to-head, I still like the D's in this one. I was hoping one of you said D's, so I can say D's nuts, but that didn't work. Anyway, boys, next one, Geelong and Port Adelaide. Who do you like?
Oh,
Jeremy
dear.
Cameron for 3 at $1.85. Bit of a funny week for Jez, as he was apparently headbutted at the
Yes.
pub after a game
I
last
saw
week.
that.
You seen that?
No,
He's had to go through the AFL integrity unit this week. He got headbutted at a bar.
Jeremy Cameron.
after the game.
Was it Gary Rowan?
It wasn't Gary Rowan. Apparently, the bloke that did it, I got a little inside word. The bloke that did it needed him for 2 as his last leg of his multi, and he kicked 1 goal 5 against the Dockers. So he got headbutted at
It
the pub.
genuinely would have been that. I reckon.
Yeah, 100%. So ever since Gary Rowan knocked him out cold, his form's been seriously underwhelming. Some smart football people, Frank and Coach, wants him out of the pyramid.
Oh.
That's how underwhelming he
And
thinks.
he's a Cat supporter.
He's a cat supporter. So he kicked But I don't know about you guys, but 1-5 last week. Tom Hawkins out injured. Aaliyah injured and Port suspect defense.
Yeah.
GMHBA Stadium, Cat season on the line. I can see a bag of 6 coming. I can see
Huge
I
bag.
can see a big bag of like 5, 6. If he kick 1-5, that's 6 scoring shots.
At
If
the
he gets
Cattery?
another 6, yeah,
At
at Cattery. I reckon he's going to have a monster. I've got Jeremy Cameron for 3 at $1.85. I reckon this is like, I'm fucking predicting 6. I reckon a big game's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on a quick note on the personals, I tell you what, Peter Wright for 6 into Jeremy Cameron for 6 must be looked
Don't worry,
at.
Stoic. We'll
Must.
get this later in the show. I got a
Yeah,
multi
yeah,
comer.
I'll tell you, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Don't leave this show.
If you want money, stay. Yeah, it's kind of blown me out of the water, hence my no legs for now.
Good man.
Boys, I just got to go back to the captain. Paddy Dangerfield, 20 touches at $1.50. This is do or die for the Cats, isn't it? If they don't win this, season done. Now, look, 1 out of his last 5 games, he's only hit this, 1 of his last 5, which does concern me a little bit, but he's played Port Adelaide 24 times over his career, averaging 22.2 disposals. So that's where I like to look at. And also, season on the line, being a former Crow, he hates the power.
Yeah, hates him.
The captain's going to drag him over the line. I think the Cats are going to win this. Claw us through Dangerfield, 20 touches. I'm absolutely loving this Saturday slate so far. Let's get into the next game, Jeb. This is your game. This is an absolute cracker. If you are going to tune in to watch one player, we'll get into him in a minute. But, Jev, the Giants and the Swans.
Yeah, Errol Gordon, 25 touches at $1.58. Probably my favorite player in the comp. Arguably the most under comp. Inarguably the All-Australian winger. He had 37 last week against the Bombers. Had 27 and a goal against GWS earlier in the year. $1.58 is criminal for Errol G to get 25. I've got another leg story. Have you got a leg?
I do have a leg
Come back
here.
to me, boys.
Yeah, we'll swing around. I'll give you 1 or 2.
Both.
Both? Beautiful. So, massive game here. The Battle of the Bridge is so exciting. I love this game. This is this is probably the biggest rivalry almost in AFL at the moment, which is crazy to say.
That.
So, Chad Warner, we've got him for 25. Last game these two played, he had 29 and 1. And in the grand final, which is this sort of environment, this is pressure, season on the line, he had 2 goals and 29 touches. He loves the big stage, so he's going to get 25. You can lock that up.
Come on.
Moving on from there, we've got the Papley, the small igniter. Now, there's been a bit of chat about Toby Green. We can all agree that. I reckon the Pap man's just sitting there, getting his short back and size on much of the top, and he's thinking there's a bit of disrespect coming my name, a bit of Darcy Ballard style.
Is this a bit of a Papley?
It's incredible. It's got a bit room for growth. He's also kicked 2, 2 and 4 in his last 3 games. So I've got him for 2. I think he's going to want to take it up to Big Toby and show him he's the best small forward in the comp still.
Come on.
1-1-1 or 2 and 1?
Yeah, you go. Whatever.
All right, boys, I'm going to take the Batman and Robin, my 2 favorite legs, the Master and the Apprentice, the cheese and biscuits, the fish and chips. All right, I'll start off with the chips, then we'll go to the fish. Binga Daniels, boys, for 1 goal, $1.22. He's averaging 1 and 16. He's been so impactful.
Yeah,
now, let me go. I know we've been talking about this man, Jev. If there is someone that has a bunny, the Swans have to be it. Let me just read out the last few games Toby Green against the Swans. I'll work backwards. 21 and 4, 20 and 2, 16 and 4, 17 and 2, 27 and 3, 18 and 3, 34 and 1, 18 and 1 goal 7, 10 and 3, 11 and 2, 22 and 4.
He's a fucking
Those
jet.
are the last 11 times he's versus the Swans. I'm taking him for 2 goals, boys, at $1.22. Both of them at $1.22. Batman and Robin, cheese and biscuits, the fish and chips. I absolutely love this, boys. Those 2 are in the multi.
You want to talk about bunnies. Yeah, that's cute. Toby Green, that's cute. Good on you, Dust. Cute. Luke Parker, 25 touches at $1.58. This is my favorite leg of the weekend. Last week, boys, he only had 12 touches. 12.
It's unheard. That is literally
12.
unheard of.
Let me give you some history of Luke Parker versus the Giants.
Journey.
So the best on ground medal is called the Brett Kirk medal in this game. Round 7 this year, 33 touches and a goal. Would have been Brett Kirk medalist if we didn't lose in the last minute. Was clearly best on ground. Round 20, 2022, 34 touches, Brett Kirk medal. Round 1, 2022, 21 touches, 5 goals, Brett Kirk medal. Round 18, 2021, 31 touches and a goal, Brett Kirk medal. That should be 4 Brett Kirk medals in a row. Round 12, 2020, 29 touches, Brett Kirk medal. 4 of the last 6 Brett Kirk medals have gone to Luke Parker. He's been best on in this game 4 of the last 6, and it should be 5 out of the last 6. This man loves playing the Giants.
Ooh.
Nothing will change this week. They don't put anyone to him. He will dominate this game.
So what do we have him for?
25 at $1.58.
Is that all?
That's it. 25. He'll have 30 and a goal.
How much for the medal?
Yeah,
That's a great call.
We'll go check it. There's only 2 people winning the medal: Luke Parker or Toby
Toby
Green.
Green.
You take your
I'll
pick.
tell you, if you're just interested in a little same game parlay, I reckon our GWS Sydney one is literally a lock.
Death taxes. The Marcus Ashcroft medal's Tuke Miller, and then this is the Brett Kirk medal.
You can't bet on it yet.
That round,
they won't have a market. They'll just be Parker.
that round 1 last year where he kicked 5.
21-5.
That was unbelievable. So if you're actually liking this, talk for a minute because I want to actually, I'll get it up at the end. But that little same gamer is boys.
Add Canelio 25. I can't believe we don't have Cogs for 25. It's my favourite league at 100K.
Unfortunately, I had to go through. We had so many of them. I
That's all right.
had to take one out.
There's another league for that same game, multi. That will be in the Discord. Watch this come.
Now, boys, that gets us through the Saturday slate.
With
now,
green ticks.
Now let's get on to the cream. This is it. The cream on top of the cake. That's the cake. This is the cream. The last game's a bit of a cherry. Jev, North Melbourne and Melbourne. North Melbourne, Jev, they haven't covered their last 6 game at Tassie, and they've been underdogs. They've lost their last 4 by an average of 40 plus.
They fucking suck.
And this is meant to be their home deck away from home. Disgusting, Jev.
How many they lost in a row? Is it 17 or 18?
17.
Is Clarko back?
He's back. But how much can he do?
He could probably play.
If he pulls on the
He could
boots,
probably play.
even Simkin in the middle.
Luke Davies-Uniacke, LDU, my man for 25 at $1.29. This man is a star. He is North Melbourne. He's had 30, 33, 26, 28, his last 4. Watch him keep rolling. He will get 25 at $1.29. And then Cozzy Pickett for 2 goals at $1.56. This is my second favourite leg of the weekend for 2 reasons. He's kicked 2, 2, and 3 his last 3 weeks.
Yes.
So this leg is green ticks 3 weeks in a row. And North Melbourne cannot defend small forwards. I went on this tangent a couple of weeks ago, but in a row it went Waitman 6, Rankin 5, Stengel 5, and Brad Close 3 in the same game.
Disgusting.
Bruce 3. If you don't think Cozzy's kicking 2, you're lying. I reckon he's kicking 4 at a minimum. Keep that in mind. Peter Wright 6, Jeremy Cameron 5, Cozzy 4. We'll get to that at the end of the show.
Jesus.
Snags. That is an absolute snag fest. I've got Viney for 25 here. And again, I think last time I said,
One of the legs of the year, Jeff.
Yeah.
Legs of the
He's been unbelievable.
I think one of the last times I was on the pod, I was saying he's in some red hot form, the boy. So he's had 32, 27, 25, 25, and a 41. Now, I think Tassie, you think blustery conditions, you think contested footy. Who do you think of?
Him.
Viney.
Me. I know. You're thinking of me. But secondly, you're thinking of Jack Viney. So he's a lock for
Story
25.
than Viney. I like it.
2 Bulls.
I wonder
Now,
if they'll give him just his body of rest for when Clayton Oliver comes back.
I reckon
The
they'll
4
start.
finals.
I reckon they'll start subbing blokes out. Like you see, Pendles gets
Collingwood,
managed.
yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it. Mitchell gets managed.
I can't wait for Clary to come back.
But they're in the best chance to now lock up second spot.
Yeah.
So I think they just work hard for that, take
Yeah.
the week off, and then reset. Because momentum's huge. So you don't want to play around with too many rests.
That
You get the
messes
week
form.
off.
Now,
No.
can I just quickly jump in?
Absolutely.
In the excitement of Luke Parker and Toby Green, I also forgot to mention my other leg, which was Josh Kelly for 25. So
Thank
that's
you.
probably the gap you were thinking of with Canelio.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, sorry to go back to research, but I've done it, so I'm telling you. Now, Swans, the major ball winners they like to give up. So we had
We're back
Liver
to the Swan GWS game.
Pardon? Yes.
Okay.
So Liver 36, Bond 29, Gordon 37, Kelly's getting 25. So
Okay,
just
good
pencil
man.
that in.
Now back to
Back to on schedule. So, boys, North Melbourne and Melbourne. I'm taking Petrarca for 2 goals, boys, at $1.54.
come on.
Multiple goals this year. Only 4 times.
Really?
But one of those was against North.
Come on.
Now, here we go. Petrarca in that game, boys, had 35 and 3. Now, I just think that they're going to smash him. Don't be surprised if they just park the bus and try something and try and give
Yeah.
him a few more one-out looks.
I'd love
Not
that.
sure if they give Petty complete time up forward. They might just still sling him back, even though they really like that with May coming up the ground a little bit more. Park the bus with Petrarca. Let him beat you one-on-one. You saw what he did against the Saints. That was criminal. Like, who's going to play on Petrarca? Just push off, try and get that confidence back in your, especially because he's goal kicking. It's pretty much one of the only thing that he's lacking. So get him a few more reps up there. I absolutely love that
Come
one.
on.
Do you have any more legs for this game?
No, that's
Did
it.
you?
Nah.
Beautiful. All right, now we're getting into one. This game makes me nervous. I saw Terry. I'm not sure if he's still listening to Blue Abroad. Love you, brother. But Saints Carlton. This game scares me, Jev. What legs?
Just give me Jack Sinclair for 25 at $1.33. Hey, I'm known as a massive Saints hater. I am.
Oh, yeah.
But there's nothing to hate about a well-coached team sitting 5th on the ladder. Credit to them. Credit to them. They're playing some
Absolutely.
good football led by this man. They're all-Australian halfback flanger. He's had 25, 7 of the last 8 weeks. Most of those weeks he's had above 30 as well. He'll run right under the lid. Carlton don't tag, do they? They just back themselves to win their ball. They go head-to-head with teams. Oregon Sinclair will get his 25. $1.33, another green tick. We're coming into the last
But
game.
if there's one thing that we should do
He's tag.
is put time into him.
Does he torture you usually?
He's their best ball user. He's the best ball.
You
Like
didn't
he's
take
a
Dacos, did
statistic
you?
in like. No, he just
No,
couldn't
so
get
if you
near
don't
it.
take that,
No, I just think
They
if,
just
if,
beat him
if he
up.
goes in the middle, like he has to. Like he's such a good kicker of the footy. Stoic.
nothing for me, mate. Save my best work for the Bachelor's game.
Boys, got to
It's time.
take him. Got to take the king. Charlie Curnow, boys, for 3+ goals at $1.33. He's the most informed forward in the comp at the moment.
Nearly informed
The
player in
most
the comp.
informed player in the comp. 25 goals in the last 5 games, boys. He's unbelievable. I heard, Jev, that Jimmy Webster might be going to it.
No.
No,
I heard-
No.
Jimmy Webster might be going to it.
No.
Because last time Cal Wilkie was just trying to snatch his arm. He was getting a little bit nervous. He got 3 little cheapies because he was nervous. I heard Jimmy Webster.
He couldn't.
Luke Bruce is full. He licked his lips that many times on Jimmy Webster last week. Jimmy Webster didn't know what to do. He'd lead up, he'd get him out the back, he'd outmuscle him. It was a clinic by Bruce. If Webster goes to Kerner, it's going to be 10 dust. It's got to be Wilkie.
I think he kicks 5.
Minimum.
I called it 2 weeks ago. I said he'd kick 10, 5 on the account. I think he kicks 5 again this week. Jev, 1 out, 2 athletic. No one can stop. Who's more
He gave
athletic? than-
Darcy Moore a bath last week.
Yeah, he's a freak.
So,
He's a freak. I absolutely love him. 3 goals, Jev.
Let's go.
Is that it? That one? That it?
Yeah, no, I'm ready
Beautiful
for the
boys.
Bachelor's.
Last game. This is an absolute steamer. What is it with these games? But boys, it is 3rd versus 15th. The Lions really need this one. Dockers and the Lions. Jev.
just Andrew Brayshaw, 25 at $1.26. This is just a good leg from a good player. If the 100K comes down to this leg on Sunday, Arvo, I will be extremely confident. It's hit 13 weeks in a row. 13. 13.
13.
I love you, bud. $1.26 is probably too much, to be fair, because 13 weeks in a row is just cash. This will hit again. Andrew Brayshaw is a bloody good player, especially at Optus Stadium. Stoy.
Yeah, I've got a couple of legs here for the Bachelor's game. This is probably where we do our best work, I reckon. So rolling in, I've just got a few stats for you here. Josh Dunkley after a loss. Now, we know he's a defensive-minded mid who's kind of already become like the heart and soul of the Brisbane midfield in a way. So he averages at least 27 in a loss after the game after a loss. So they're going to be ready to bounce back. It is
Is that just this season?
yeah, this season
Wow.
for Brisbane.
Good man.
Yeah, so he's a great player, and I think he'll get his 25. Then I'm going to read you a bit of a blind reveal here.
Good.
Here we go.
I haven't had one
But
yet.
who am I?
Yeah, bit of who am I sort of situation. All right, this is your goal amount.
All right.
1. 1. 2
Just like a slow takeoff.
and 3.
1, 1, 2, and 3. It's got to be Hayden Ballantyne.
It's got to be like prime Eddie Betts.
I would have been thinking maybe Charlie Curnow. No, it's Lincoln McCarthy.
Lincoln McCarthy.
Is that how many
Lincoln-
hangers he's taken?
Leaping-
He takes one every week.
Leaping Lincoln, and he's licking his lips at the opportunity to head down to Optus Oval, kick
He
a
would
snag
be.
for any time, and then have a couple of cold frothies after that.
Love that.
I like that. Boys, I'll bring us home. Joe Danaher for 2 goals, $1.45. Didn't register a goal last week. They were talking about him earlier in the year to be a potential All-Australian. Like when
They
it was
asked him,
close.
no, remember at the start of the year, they said he should retire. He was going that bad or play twos.
Oh,
Then he got in form, was nearly all Australian. Now,
that's when he was going into the ruck and coming forward, but he was kicking goals, boys. As I said before, this is 3rd versus 15th, and they do have a really good chance to lock up that 2nd spot. Last time in round 7, when they absolutely smashed him, Will Ashcroft pretty much kicked the goal of the year. He kicked 3, and they absolutely smashed them by 48 points. So I think the Lions, I know they're hard to bet against, bet with, but surely they just get this done. They have to. Those top teams, they're pretty lucky that all of them lost. So
Yeah,
I think
100%.
it evens out. So I think they get the job done. Anything else before I read out the multi?
nah, read it out.
Pass
Story?
by 60 pass.
Pies by 60. All right. For those playing at home, who is watching?
No, we're rolling with. We're 11 deep.
11.
Yeah, unzip for Cripps says rude lid. Must be talking about you.
Hey,
Yeah, Mitch Warm says the boys and your man, Blue Abroad,
Yeah.
the lads.
Big
What a
Terry.
setup.
Terry, a good man. All right, here we go. This is the multi, guys. You need $9.39
That it?
on this, especially if you do get a little bit of a boost. $100,098.96.
That'd be nice.
Here we go. Peter Wright for 3. Noah Anderson for 25.
Tick.
To go for 20. Dan McStay for 2. Josh Dacos for 20. Jeremy Cameron for 3. Paddy Dangerfield for 20. Toby Green for 2. Papley for 2. Binga Daniels for a snag. Goulden for 25. Parker for 25 in the middle. Warner for 25 and Josh Kelly for 25. We did get that leg in there, Stoy.
Huge.
Petrarca for 2. Park the bus. Just fucking dominate. Viney for 25. Hard ball gets. Luke Davies Jr. for 25 and Cozzy Pickett for 2.
Come on.
Maybe 3, 4, 5 or even 6 goals.
Unlimited.
Brad Crouch. someone forgot to, no, you did 25, Sinclair 25, Charlie Curnow for 3, and then we've got Danaher for 2, Brayshaw for 25, Dunkley for 25, and Leaping Lincoln McCarthy for a snag.
That's a good
that
multi.
gets you $100,000.
Jeez, that'd be nice.
Cash.
I've got a little multi for you.
And then we're going to try and go 9 from 9 quickly.
Yeah, after we'll go, tip 9, drink 1. Did you bring my bottle of wine, you owe me?
Next week. I forgot it.
So, here you go.
I had time as well.
Tell me the leg you don't like in this 3-legger. Peter Wright for 6 at $6.50.
I love it.
Under the lid.
Jeremy Cameron for 5 at $6.50.
Tick.
I love it.
Cozzy Pickett for 4 at $6. That multi pays 260 to 1. I got 10 on it for $2,600. How nice would that be? Once Peter Wright kicks 8, you will go, geez, I wish I was on this. So
100%.
get
I'm
on
going to
it.
be honest with you. I'm pretty confident in quitting my job tomorrow.
Yeah, good. Because we're going to win 100 mil,
100 mil.
100,000 and 202,000.
That's
Let's
it.
go.
Let's actually win the 100,000.
And welcome back to Tip 9 and Drink Wine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Me and Dars had a bottle of wine on West Coast North last week. I won. I took West Coast. He took North. He didn't bring the wine. So
I forgot, and I've had so much
Learn from
time
that.
this week. All right, let's get into it, boys. So we're going to tip 9 from 9. We did the numbers, Jev, and we pretty think all the favourites should get up. But let's go through Western Bulldogs, Richmond. I think the doggies get it done with
Dogs
those
win. No Dusty,
No
no
Dusty,
Cochin.
no Cod. Yeah, dogs.
doggies. All right, guys, we're tipping 9 here. All right, next one, Essendon and West Coast.
Just.
Thinking Mojito gets over the top of them. So let's go the
Bombers.
Mosquitoes. Next one, Adelaide and Gold Coast.
Got to take the Crows at home.
I think the Crows at home.
Yeah, yeah.
Crows at home.
Especially Tuke Miller out, laid out.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Next one, Hawthorn, Collingwood,
Don't even
professional
ask me.
win. The
Collingwood.
Pies, this is looking
Don't even
easy.
ask me.
Geelong and Port Adelaide. I think the Cats get it done at home.
Yeah, I think
85%.
I think Noah Lee, and I think that Jeremy Cameron is that's money.
Let's go.
Jeff?
Yep, Geelong.
Cats. All right, next one, GWS and Sydney. I'm saying Toby Green and the Giants.
I'll go Swans.
Oh,
Sure, cool.
decider. I think I'm going to go with the Giants.
Thank
Giants.
God. Next one, North and Melbourne. I think,
Melbourne are certainties.
Dan, I'm going the Blues over the Saints, so whatever you guys reckon.
I'm going to go.
Don't do it.
I'll go the Saints. You're the decider.
I'd rather.
Da 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 da.
The Baggers.
Come on, go the Baggers. I already clicked it. And and Freo and Brisbane.
Give me the Lions.
Lions.
In a professional.
That is a very cheap mullet. 9 legs, guys. That pays $15.61.
Jeez.
Slap a 10 on that. Maybe a lobster or even a pineapple, depending on what you've got. And that will get you back some serious cash. If we do slap a pineapple on that, guys, we get back $780.
Responsibly.
Clear favourites this week. If you've listened to Hook, Line and Sinker, the numbers are saying the favourites are all going to win this week. I know last week was a bit of a car crash, but get back to structure, get back to numbers. Let's get back to tipping 9. That's what we do best. Boys, good to be here. Stovey, well done. Like and subscribe. Get on the Discord. $2. Lots of fun. Come on.
Das, what about we have a double or nothing bottle of wine on GWS Swans?
Ooh.
I'll take the Swans, you take the Giants. Double or nothing bottle of wine. So next week you bring 2 bottles of wine valued at $20, or you bring the
I
none.
like you've explained it to him.
Yes.
You're in.
Yes. No, it's more to the viewers.
Yeah, they'll be
Come on, Swan.
speaking of
Up
Hook,
the
Line,
Bloods.
Sinker. Come on the Pies. And go Paran. Woo.
Oh, Paran.
What happened to Das phone? Did it bugger up? So what happened?
All right.
Eat some wings.
Blues by 12, hopefully. I'll be going with the great man, Belly. If the Saints end up winning, if they make the finals, we have to do a pod from his house.
Yeah, I don't remember that bet, but it was on a Bucks party. You got to do a pod from someone's backyard. So let's go. Swans by 12 points as well. Blues by 12, Swans by 12.
I honestly think by 100.
Oh, 50.
Chili, baby back ribs.
Ribs.
Is this 10 seconds behind?